I think we're live.
Hey, we're live. It's been a while since we've done this.
May have forgotten how to.
It's very possible. Hey, there it is. There's the notification on YouTube. Welcome, everyone. We are here.
Where is here?
Florence, Kentucky? Florence,
Wait.
Ohio?
You mean Florence, y'all?
Florence, y'all. One of those. Yeah, it's been a while. We haven't been on since March?
Probably March.
Probably March. It's been a crazy road. We are in the middle of another long stretch. We had a 3-month stretch, and then we were home for about 10 days. And then we hit the road again, and now we've got another about 2-month stretch before we're back home again. But wanted to pop in, say hello, thank everybody, let y'all know what's going on, what we've been up to. I'll tilt this a little bit that way. There we go. Now you can kind of see Conrad as well. We are at the wonderful Courtyard by Marriott. Courtyard Inn, Courtyard whatever.
Just the Courtyard.
Just the Courtyard by Marriott.
Oh.
Don't know how the audio sounds. Let us know in the comments how the audio is coming in.
Probably not coming in at all. The gain is down. Awful, basically. So now we should have some audio.
Hopefully that's better.
Is your little mic thing moving?
What mic thing?
On your screen where it says mic or mute.
Don't see anything on there. This?
Yeah.
No. I can go onto our YouTube feed and see if there's any actual audio coming through. Yeah, there's audio.
Okay.
So that works. Yay. All right.
Hopefully it's been there the entire time.
I think so. I hear both of you. Okay. Thanks, Jay. So shortly we're going to have on a special guest. If you saw our post over on Instagram and YouTube, you saw that Isaac Robinson will be joining us. He is the 2022 Idlewild Open champion. We're here this week for Idlewild. It's both of our first times being at this course and at this event.
Mm-hmm.
We have walked it
4 times for me. 4 times in the last 48 hours. Yeah, 2 days.
Yes. We've had some...
Whew. This reminds me.
All kinds of projects going on.
Need to hydrate.
It's a very busy week. It's a shorter turnaround with us coming off of a 4-round event and then getting here and then having all kinds of projects in the works that we wanted to do here. When you get to a course like this, you want to take advantage of everything that it has to offer. So
Another Jay saying, hey-oh.
Another Jay.
How many Jays are there in this world?
Such a delay on the YouTube.
That's how it is.
All right, that's so weird. Sorry. But yeah, we had we actually got to somewhat play the course yesterday, which was fun. I loved it. I don't know how Conrad felt about it. You got to play with some of the MPO players. I actually played with some of the FPO players, so we had a little bit of a different perspective.
Yeah. So I didn't play any of the FPO separated T pads. I did play one FPO basket. I mean, it's a nice course. A lot of shot variety. I can see why it's become a staple on the tour. Although everyone is not a fan of the changes. I can't speak to them because I didn't play the course beforehand. Before the changes, I didn't play it in previous years, so I don't know how monumental the changes are, but we'll see.
Yeah, the FPO layout was fun for sure. There's a couple of shorter pads. Some of the pars are different, but overall, it's a pretty similar feel to the MPO layout. There's a couple holes that there's a a significant difference, but the shot shaping itself in both fields, you can't get away with bad shots. Even though the course itself, from what I've seen in years past on coverage and the feedback that I've gotten from some of the pros, the course itself has kind of softened in some areas. They've opened up a couple more lanes on some of the holes. There are some changes to some of the holes, and if you haven't gone yet to check out the flyover, we put out the course preview early this morning for the FPO layout, and you can see some of the changes that have taken effect on the course. Specifically, hole 12 has been redesigned. Hole 18 is opened up quite a bit, especially on the second half of the tunnel that leads out into the final stretch for the hole. It's cleared out quite a bit. Oh, it's a J fight. Nice.
Oh, yeah, I didn't mean to start playing now. I was trying to see the whole.
The magic of live podcasts. There's a talk. We don't talk. Park 564. This one plays the state of the MPO and the FPO division. Most people are going to kind of drift to the right more and kind of take a hyzer route on the second shot coming into this basket. But this tunnel shot here is
It's there. It's legit. I mean,
it
it's
is
real.
legit. We saw it hit today. Like I said, I played with some of the FPO players. Deanne Carey piped that gap beautifully. When I played with her, I piped that gap beautifully myself. I was actually a little bit off to the left, but still made it through.
I went around
The long right side.
Yeah.
I think that's still probably the preferred play, is just dumping a forehand to the wide right hand side and then hyzering something in on your second shot. So we'll see how that plays. I think it was more of a course safety and flow thing that they wanted to redesign that hole, but
Yeah, I think the original thought behind the redesign was to make 13's tee a little safer from incoming shots, because the tee and the old pin position were probably no more than 30, 40, 50 feet at the most apart. So it's easy to have someone, come in. Most of the players said they never, had an issue with it. But I guess erring on the side of safety is part of the reason why there was a change.
Yeah, we'll see if it sticks around or if they do another redesign. As I didn't think it was an awful change. A lot of the players enjoyed the old hole more. So I think with anything, though, once more players actually play on that hole, then that becomes the norm, and you get used to it being there as the new hole. But definitely, yeah, overall, really fun course for sure. I don't know. I know last year Isaac on the MPO side won with over 30 under par. He shot double digits every round.
Yeah.
So he was
31,
in the 30s.
32, low 30s. Yeah, 33 maybe.
I'll be interested to see what the new changes, and specifically for hole 12 and how hole 18 has been opened up a little bit more, if there's going to be more scoring opportunities. Weather is always a factor. The course itself, we did film 2 projects today, and for both projects at one point or another we did get rained on, and the course plays significantly different and harder when there is water involved. There's a lot of slippery and slickness on the fairways. They laid down a ton of rock, though, a lot of crushed rock throughout the course to try to help with the footing and the safety itself. But water is water. I mean, when you're teeing off of wet tee pads or trying to do any kind of shots in the grass and mud,
We're trying to grip a wet disc.
Down a tight tunnel and fairway, everything and all your strategy kind of goes out the window. So we'll see how it plays out. But definitely a fan. It's a course that's been on my list for years since I first started playing. So I'm excited, and was excited to finally get out there and actually see it in person and throw some shots on it. Haven't quite gotten a full round on there yet. Haven't played all the holes.
Maybe Monday.
Probably Monday. We'll get out there and get it done. But We did get some fun stuff filmed today. We were out there with Matty O. If you love the Matty O show, there's more Matty O content coming your way. So be on the lookout for that on both our channels and Westside Disc's channel. And I guess we can announce today that for the Tree Strike Challenge fans, there was another Tree Strike Challenge filmed today at Idlewild.
New format too.
Yeah, we tinkered a little bit and messed around with the format a little bit and tried something new and had a lot of fun doing it. So we won't say who was on it yet, but we'll be working on getting that edited out and out on the channel for everyone to enjoy soon. And then tomorrow we've got some more projects to work on. Tomorrow we've got some heavy hitters that you've seen on the channel before. Hopefully everything goes according to plan, but we'll have another Ace Run Challenge scheduled for tomorrow on the iconic hole 11, which is the tower holes 246 feet from the men's position and 192 or so from the FPO position. Definitely one that you want to get. Looks so easy on paper until you actually step up and you see how many squiggly tiny little trees are actually blocking your path to that. There it is. Yeah, 192 from the FPO position. The men's pad is just a little bit further back. But elevated tower, downhill, all these trees here that you gotta beat. You have to basically throw a straight shot.
And there's a canopy.
Yes, there is a canopy up top which can
You deflect or reject your flight.
That's going to be a fun one. We've got 3 big names again trying to get a significant ace spot on this one. And once again, if it's not hit, then it'll continue to grow for the next one. The two J's are really going at it on the chat here. Just
do we need to get them on to settle this or something?
They're talking about setting up a match.
I know, right?
Getting out.
Talking about some internet distance.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
I'll put it out there for the Jays. We will host a Disc Golf Valley tournament for them if they need to settle this.
Either in real life or in Disc Golf Valley. Either way, it needs to get settled. But yeah, later on tonight, we're going to be announcing a plethora of care package recipients, winners for our Patreons, our Ace Runners. We have, like we said, being on the road has presented a whole slew of brand new opportunities, we'll call them, instead of challenges or that just absorb a ton of time. So our ability to just completely, just put out a podcast every month as we had intended
has diminished.
Yeah, it kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. We did announce our last winner through our Instagram and through our Patreon. There was a winner selected for March. So that one was already done. And that was an Eric Oakley game-used alpaca, glow alpaca that was sent out for that one. So we still have April, May, June, and July to give away, as well as the quarterlies. So if you are
we're in August.
I guess we'll do August too. Might as well get August out of the way. So if you're an Ace Runner, we appreciate your patience, and care packages will be going out soon to the winners that are selected. We're just waiting on Isaac. We did send him the link. I know he was out and about doing some stuff.
He's in the green room.
He's in the green room. Oh, okay. We did run into one Alden Harris as we were leaving the course tonight when we were finishing up with Matty O.
Just arrived, Alden Harris, out there practicing at 7:45 dusk.
Yeah. I don't know how much practice exactly he was going to get in with daylight being an issue, getting to it, and possibly rain too. I think it was supposed to rain tonight.
But yeah, it was. I don't know if it did or has.
But he hopefully will get it in. We did also see Gannon Burr. We've got some stuff we're filming with him tomorrow, not necessarily for our channel, but we have seen Gannon. There has been a Gannon Burr sighting. It was nice to see. At Ledgestone, we kind of got sidetracked with it being a 4-round event. the time constraints on a 4-round event are insane. So we didn't quite get to see all of our normal players and pros that we get to mingle with. But we have seen quite a few more today, including Stacy Ronsley, who was out
just in front of us
as we were doing the tree strike challenge. And then she goes and gets an ace while we're not filming.
Yeah.
Like she should have just waited for us to go.
And the whole story is, all right, so she played through us.
Mm-hmm.
Someone messed up 2 of her drives on hole 12 by walking or driving a cart through the fairway.
Mm-hmm.
She comes back, she re-tees, she's down there, and we're talking, and she's like, I may not even continue practicing. It's not useful practice. But she did. She kept going. Ran across her at another hole. I forgot what hole that was. It wasn't 13. Maybe it was 13.
It was
13.
Yeah.
She still kept going, and lo and behold, a few holes later, she aces.
It's the ace. Hole 17 is very squiggly. Trees.
And you talk about acing that hole. People are happy to get a birdie.
Yeah.
Sometimes even a par, depending on where and if they go out of bounds. So
I got a birdie on it.
I didn't get to play it.
I got a birdie. Threw a fuse right up the gut. Landed just short of the little out of bounds moat in front of a very small green. Made the putt. It's a fun one to get.
All right, it's time. You ready to bring this guy on?
So without any further delay, let's bring in, he's waiting in the green room, your 2022 Idlewild Open champion, the one and only, and a major winner, Isaac Robinson.
What's up, guys?
Here he is.
Hey. I can't hear him, though.
Can you not hear me?
Do you hear him?
Oh, no.
Maybe... I think the audio's coming through here and we don't have hearing.
Oh, no. Hold on, Isaac. It's probably not you. It's probably us.
The headphones over there, but we may still be able to...
I think we have to adjust the audio output on our side here so that we can actually hear you. We see you.
Okay, that's
they can probably hear you.
They might be able to hear you.
Where's it? This is what I want.
There he is. He's playing with stuff. He's looking for all kinds of stuff. Stuff is getting looked at. Audio. Speakers. Test.
Hello.
I hear nothing.
The comments say they can hear me.
Well,
I can hear you guys.
probably stuff we should have tested, but when you're on a very tight schedule, it's hard.
That should be it right there. All right. Scramble.
Scrambling to get a headset or headsets together. And Isaac hasn't appeared on my YouTube feed yet, so I don't know if our audience can hear him or not yet.
I think they
Which
can.
is also very sad, but he's almost on in YouTube here. There's quite a delay. Yeah, so the audience can hear him. We're gonna hear him soon, though.
Sweet.
We're getting headsets. We're getting headsets. We're gonna communicate with Isaac Robinson. It's only a matter of time before we can hear him, like our audience can hear him. It's very exciting. Isaac, if you ever wanted to talk trash about us, now's the time since we couldn't hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you now, though. What are you drinking? What is that?
It's a Chipotle lemonade.
We went to Chipotle last night, and they didn't have their lemonades out, which I was very disappointed in.
That's unfortunate. It's pretty good.
All right, there it is. So, excited to be back at Idlewild here. This was your first elite event win, I believe, in your career?
Yep. Yes, it was.
How are you feeling about the course overall? How are you digging the changes or not digging any of the changes?
Yeah, I think the change to hole 12 is an interesting which I understand the reasoning behind it. You know, they want to keep hole 13 safe. But I'm not a fan of the basket position. It's very hard to access. Feels like a kind of like a luck-based approach into the green. There's a lot of very small trees. I think if it was cleaned up a bit, it could be a good hole. But as of right now, it's just too fresh. And then they cleaned up hole 18 a lot, which I think you guys mentioned.
Yes.
So that's going to be a lot easier to scramble for par or for birdie. It's not nearly as brutal as years past. But I do like that change. I think it's a good hole, and it allows the spectators to see some of the shots coming in. So yeah, other than that, the course looks great. It's been really fun. I think I've gotten 3 practice rounds in.
Wait, when did you get here?
I got here Monday.
Okay.
Played around Monday, 2 rounds on Tuesday, and then half a round today.
So I believe last year it was Dickerson that was on your tail down the stretch.
Yes.
So we filmed the Tree Strike Challenge today. Dickerson was part of that, as he usually is, and he talked about trying to track you down last year down the stretch, and just how it felt like it almost didn't matter what he did. Like you were just on a whole nother level at that point. Is that the first time or since that, have you ever felt like everything was just going right like it did that weekend for you?
Yeah, there's been, flashes here and there. I think the most recent obviously would be Champions Cup. Kind of started out in the lead, and it just felt like everything was going right, and the gaps were being hit and the putts were being made. And it was a very similar feeling to Idlewild last year. So, but I will say there is nobody scarier than Chris Dickerson chasing you down. It seemed like anything I did, he would just come up with a way to gain a stroke or to throw an insane shot. So that was terrifying.
Yeah, there was the whole running joke back in the day about Dickerson on a Sunday or Dicker Sunday or whatever they were calling it, just always chasing people down, or if he was in the lead, it was a foregone conclusion that he was going to close the show and winning out. So, and I know you mentioned that you were kind of terrified about having to go to a playoff against him if it came down to that.
Yeah, that's I don't like playoffs. Not good.
Do you know do you have an idea of what your record is in playoffs? I don't know how many you've been in. I can only think of one between yourself and your brother at Redan years back.
Oh, that was such a good one.
That was like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
I lost that one. Oh man, I know I had a playoff against Matt Dollar at a little Mulberry tournament where he aced the last hole. And I had a 2-stroke lead going into 18, and he aced, and I missed like a 20-foot putt, and we went to the playoff, and I ended up winning that playoff on I think the second hole, but it was like I've never seen like it. Acing the last hole to tie it up, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's some like James Conrad stuff right there.
Yeah.
So talk to us about the last weekend we were at Ledgestone. We saw another Robinson, Ezra, making a splash out there. It seems like he, for whatever reason, like certain courses just click with certain players. I remember watching Ezra on Jomez when he was like 15 or 16 on one of the lead cards on there.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about what that's like? I mean, you're on the road full time now, Ezra. I think he's pretty much full time this year on the road as well. What has that been like, being able to see your younger brother out there with you, going through all these stops with you?
Yeah, it's been really neat. I know, at the beginning of the year there was a lot of nerves and a lot of worries. Can I do this? Can I make it on the road? And to see Ezra playing at such a high level, which I've known he was capable of, but placing podium at Des Moines, being in contention at Ledgestone, and then consistently placing in the top 20 the past couple of weeks
Mhm.
It's really cool to see. It builds his confidence. He feels like he belongs out here, and he's I was talking to him yesterday. He's very confident, very comfortable with where his game is at, and it's very nice to see that because I know what he's capable of, and just seeing him able to perform at the level that he can is pretty cool to see.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been crazy to watch. We've known you guys and filmed and played rounds with you guys since you were much younger. So it's crazy to see you both at these huge events performing so well. It gives us an extra sense of joy and satisfaction seeing it as well on our side, just being greedy and all that. But so was this your first year going to Europe to do the European swing as well?
Yes, first time out of the country, first time going to Europe, um, first time playing any tournaments over there, of course, and yeah, it was it was quite the trip. Um, Traveling is exhausting. Jet lag is a terrible thing. It was such a neat experience being in different cultures, meeting other people who play disc golf, very different play styles, different courses. It was just a experience that I'll never forget, and hopefully get to do again somewhere down the road. But yeah, we played 3 tournaments over there. We played, of course, the European Open, and then Turku and Yarva was the last one over in Sweden. And all 3 events were just so cool to be able to compete in.
Was there a particular course that stood out above the rest?
Man, the Beast is so cool. It's playing it on Disc Golf Valley all the time. Kind of have an idea of what you think the holes are like, and then getting out there in person and seeing what it actually looks like and how it plays. That course is beautiful. That course it's like, I don't know, very USDGC type. We just get excited being on the property. You just feel like you're walking onto a legendary course. So that one was a bucket list for sure.
Yeah. The fan experience out there looks like unlike anything we've ever seen. I mean, that's just watching it on coverage. What is it actually like when you're out there and you just see literally rows and rows and rows and rows of fans, and especially children out there watching and supporting and enjoying the golf? Like, what does that make you feel?
Yeah, it's pretty cool because all the European disc golfers over there are like rock stars. They're just celebrities, famous, whatever. And then they're excited to see certain Americans, and just all like the amount of people, because it's free admission into this tournament. So no spectator passes or anything. So you just have thousands and thousands of people, and then you go to sign discs and stuff, and you just have kids, like hundreds of kids, like shouting and asking for discs, for minis, for towels, for like literally anything you give them. And it's a little overwhelming, but it's still so cool because we don't have something like that over here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it gives you something to shoot for and to aspire to when you see that level that they're at. It's almost like their national pastime type of thing. Like it just draws everybody in.
Yeah, I think there was I think Seppo was telling me a stat, and he was saying like 1 in 3 kids play disc golf over there.
1 in 3, wow.
It's incredibly popular. Yeah, and just see it. The crowds were crazy. I was taking videos of just the crowd. After I finished my round, watching the card finish, it was. I've played in front of crowds before, and it was just doesn't compare.
You got to bring one of your younger siblings along as well, right? And was he on the bag for you for some of the rounds?
Yes, I had my one of my younger brothers, one of the many. He got to go over, and he was my official caddy for the trip. So he did a great job on the bag. Huge help, especially in the rain. So it was super fun to have him over there. I know he loved seeing Europe, and see the courses and stuff. So
Yep.
it was pretty fun.
We got to see on Alden's blog. Was it you that tried coffee the first time, or was it Alden that was having coffee for the first time?
No, I love coffee. I drink it too much. Alden hates coffee. He's doesn't like it. So I was happy to drink his coffee for him.
I don't understand how anyone couldn't love some delicious coffee.
Oh, I don't have you on the screen.
It's 9 o'clock at night here, and I'm still enjoying some Dunkin'. But
oh yeah, Dunkin's where it's at.
I didn't have my coffee this morning, so I was starting to get a headache, which is probably a bad sign, which means I should probably cut back on caffeine. But I was like, we need to stop and get coffee from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So
There you go.
Thankfully, Dunkin' was on the way. So is Europe going to be a yearly thing now? Or are you thinking of heading back again if you have the chance to do it?
I think so. Yeah, it's definitely. I don't think I'll stay as long because we were there for 3 weeks, and that was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You missed a couple tournaments back here too, but I'll definitely be going for the European Open. That's an experience I would love to continue to have each year. And actually, I was invited to the European Pro Tour Championships, which is in Spain, at the end of October. So considering potentially doing that, tossing that idea around, but we'll see.
We were just talking with Eric Oakley about that. He was saying if he doesn't qualify for the Pro Tour finale, that he would absolutely go and play the European.
You might as well. I mean, the trip to Spain, it sounds like a blast.
If there's a reason, I mean, there should already be reasons to go to Spain because it's Spain. But if there's more reasons to go to Spain, then you go to Spain.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we're pretty much at the home stretch here in terms of the season. You've got this event here. This is the last elite event. That's a 3-rounder, and then we've got the D-Glow, which is a 4-rounder. Is that one? I think that one's a playoff format.
Yep.
Yeah. And then MVP, which is another playoff format, and then the World Championships, or maybe I'm flipping those in order, but we're kind of getting to the end here. Where you can see the end of the light of the tunnel. You can kind of fall into a trap of looking past some of these events and kind of focusing in on Worlds coming up. Mm-hmm. Yourself being a professional with these events, how do you kind of prevent that from happening? How do you kind of just stay in the moment and take it tournament by tournament?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I'm very excited to play Idlewild. This is kind of one of the main tournaments I've been looking forward to all year. And I'm not gonna lie, D-Glow, I'm not looking forward to D-Glow. I'm very excited for Worlds. And I'm definitely reaching that point in the season where it's a little bit of burnout, where it's just like it's hard to stay focused and it's hard to stay have that drive to compete and to play well in these tournaments. Yeah. When you're kind of just wanting to go home and take a little break. But a good way to, I don't know if a good way to kind of counteract that, but, hanging out, taking time off the course, maybe not practicing every single day, but taking some time to hang out and spend time with friends is a good way. And, thankfully I have a great friend group to be able to do that with. But yeah, I'm very excited to be wrapping up with these bigger events, Worlds, USGC, and the Pro Tour finale are some of the ones I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah. I think we saw that you were signed up for Myrtle Beach Open later.
Yes, I have to go defend my title there too. So That's more of an obligation. It's not necessarily I want to play that tournament, but I consider it an obligation to defend my title there. So.
Okay.
So at the end of the Pro Tour season itself with the finale, are you kind of shutting it down? Or are you still looking for, that's a cool A tier, I'll go ahead and check that one out? Or are you just looking to kind of just recharge the batteries at that point?
Yeah, I'm probably going to be spending some time at home. Try to take care of some stuff in the off season and take a break from competing in the tournaments. Georgia is very rainy. I mean, you guys know in the winter it's very rainy, cold, and just miserable to play in the winter. So I'm probably going to be taking a good bit of time off season.
So you mentioned having the friends around you and just like that community around you throughout the season. You yourself, Alden, Gannon, Ezra, Gavin Babcock
Mm-hmm.
have been putting out some incredible content on Gannon's channel. I know we watch as soon as they come out. I'm like, oh, I gotta watch this and tune in on Alden's channel.
Alden's channel.
Yeah,
I think you said Gannon. Like Gannon has a channel too. Yeah, Alden's channel.
Gannon does have a channel. He doesn't put much stuff out there, but he does have a channel.
We have a video idea that might be coming out on his channel soon. So
well, there you go.
Keep an eye out.
So what talk to us about the process of like coming up with some of the ridiculous sketches that you guys come up with. Is it a group collab? Does one of you have an idea and you kind of run with it and piece it together? Like, how does that all come about? Because it's just been some amazing content.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. It's something we all enjoy creating, and Alden does most of the work. But, man, it's a combination of things. It can be, somebody does something funny. Usually Gannon will do something funny, and Alden's like, "Wait, let me get my camera," and then we'll redo it, and we'll just make it even funnier. Mm-hmm. Or we'll have like planned out sketches where we'll act things out. But a lot of the time it's just spontaneous stuff that happens, and we film it, and it just turns into what Alden has a great eye for editing and how he wants his channel to be, and so he wants to create that fast-paced, funny, just quick, witty humor, and I think he does a great job with that. And everybody gives ideas. Everybody. Each video is just full of different people's ideas or stuff we find funny. The funny thing is like half the stuff everything in those videos, we thought it was the funniest thing at one point or another. And sometimes going back and watching the videos, it's like, wow, that wasn't that funny. But for us in the moment, it was just we were like doubled over laughing on the floor the whole time. So it's I'm glad other people enjoy those, but they're certainly fun to make.
Dude, they're so good. I still don't. For a second there, I really thought you worked at Smoothie King or Jamba Juice or wherever it was. I'm like,
you don't know how many people I've known for years thought I worked at Smoothie King.
How long did that take? Because the outtakes of you having the headset on and talking to the drive-thru were phenomenal. So I can imagine there were several takes for that.
Yes, there were. I think the funniest part of that was just the workers were actually working and trying to do stuff, and we're back in there and we're just goofing off and probably ruining all their work. But it was several takes.
Mm-hmm. Your light turned off.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna. There we go.
There it is. So, I did want to touch on your creative process in terms of a brand new mold being introduced, inspired by you. So, the archive from Prodigy Discs. Talk to us about your input in the mold, what you were looking for, the specifications. Like, how did this all come about?
Yeah. So first of all, I'm super excited about that disc. It's I think it's a mid that we don't have right now in the lineup, and I can't wait for people to throw it and give their feedback on it. But when Prodigy first sent me the mold, they were they test it out, see what you think, how do you like it. So I went and threw it in the field, and it was exactly what I was looking for, with like a glidey, stable mid range, because that's something we don't have right now. We have glidey mid ranges, but they're understable or they're straight. This one will actually hook up at the end and go left. So as soon as I threw it and saw that flight, I was like, all right, this is a good disc, and I would I'd like to see other people throw it. And it's just for me, it was like effortless distance. It seemed like I would just throw it and it would just keep going because of the glide, but it would never flip over or turn over or anything, and it has that stable finish at the end. So it's a disc I'm super excited. It's gonna be straight in my bag, and it's one I hope everybody else likes as much as I do.
So if you kind of had to try to compare it to, I mean, of the staples are probably the M3 and the M4. Like everybody has thrown one or both of those mids. Does it kind of slot maybe in between? Is it more in between an M2 and an M3, or is it like?
Yeah.
What are your?
Yeah, so it has the feel of an M3, I would say. Very similar feel. Slight bit of dome, and then it'll fly like a cross, but like an MX2, if you know the slot.
Okay, yeah.
It's not nearly as stable as the MX1, and the MX3 is pretty straight to understable, and so this it'll go straight for a while, and then it'll finish left. So I would compare it to like an MX2 or like a overstable M1 or something like that. But the thing that sets it apart is the amount of glide that it has.
Okay.
So the M1s don't glide super far. So this one is a little bit different in that way.
I did get to get my hands on one that you had today, and it did feel really comfortable in the hand. It definitely had a unique feel. When you feel an M4 and M3, they feel like as soon as you grab it, you're like, oh, okay, I know what this is. There was definitely a different feel to this one. I didn't get to throw it or get the flight of it, but I'm definitely anxious to get my hands on one, but I can't do that until August 17th at 12 p.m. Eastern. Is when these will be releasing. So if you're curious to get your hands on one, and I'm assuming that the proceeds from this are going to greatly go towards helping your touring efforts as well.
Exactly. Yes, it'll be a huge help to me, and support the Prodigy as well. And but yes, it's it'll help me. I'll stay on the road, and I just want to see how people like it. I think it's a neat idea, and I'm honored to get a chance to have a collab series disc. So. I hope people like it, and I hope they throw it.
Is it something that you're hoping to do more of in the future, possibly?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. If they, excuse me, if I'm given other discs, I would love to come out with some more.
What do you think would be next? Like, would you go the putter route, or would you go driver or distance driver?
Man, I think the PA3 is already the perfect putter, so I think I'd try to go for a fairway or a distance driver.
Fair enough. It seemed like a natural fit for you to go with the mid-range, considering how well you throw mid-ranges all over the courses throughout the country. So excited to see you kind of dissect some more courses with a product of basically your own doing here. So it's exciting. I'll definitely be looking to get my hands on some as soon as they launch again. They're going to be available August 17th on the Prodigy Discs website. Check those out. Those proceeds, again, go to help keep Isaac on the road and destroying competition all throughout the U.S. And Isaac, we didn't want to keep you too long. I know you had stuff going on, but we wanted to give you a chance to shout out anybody you need to shout out. How can anybody go and support you and help your cause? And the floor is yours.
All right. Well, I want to, of course, thank Prodigy Disc. They've been behind me for several years now, and I'm loving working with them. So thank you to Prodigy. I want to thank 1010 Discs as well. Been partnering with them this year, and it's just been awesome. So they're a great retailer, awesome people, great customer service and everything. They have every disc you could ever want. So check them out. I want to thank Double G Craft Jerky as well. Got some pretty good snacks out on the course. So I want to thank you guys so much for keeping me on the road and giving me this opportunity.
Awesome. And definitely go ahead and check out Isaac Robinson on his Instagram. Obviously, check out all the amazing stuff they're doing over on Alden's YouTube channel as well. I'm just pulling up your Instagram here because I don't want to get it wrong, because I always do. All right, it is Isaac WRDG_19 on Instagram. Big thank you again to Isaac Robinson. We love seeing all the success and getting to interact with you while we're out here on the road. It's just fun to, while we're so far away from home, to just have those ties to back home when we get to see you and Ez out there. So that's always fun. But
yeah, same goes for us.
Yeah, buddy.
Out there.
So best of luck this weekend at Idlewild. We hope it'll be back-to-back championships for you here at Idlewild, and you can go out and celebrate. But we'll catch up with you down the road and look forward to much more success in the 2023 season.
Sweet. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Isaac. You have a good night, buddy.
You too. Good night.
Thanks. All right, Isaac Robinson. There I am. Big thank you to Isaac Robinson again for joining us for that one. Definitely go check out his Instagram. He's putting out more stuff. He's become way more active. I remember when a couple years back there wasn't much going on the social media, but he's definitely become much more active on the socials. And yeah, definitely looking to check out that archive when it does come out later on this month. He's actually got a video of some test flights, comparing it to an M4, which is cool too. But loving seeing all the growth. That moment at Champions Cup, we were both there. We actually stopped editing and drove back to the course, or we hung around. We hung around at the course and edited at the course because we had done the FPO rounds earlier in the day. And we stuck around. We edited the footage while at the course, and then stopped what we were doing as they were coming around, finishing hole 17 to watch him finish out hole 18, and his mom being there, his dad being on the bag. The bulk of the family was there to celebrate with him. And then, of course, his buddy's dousing him with a giant cooler water or Gatorade or both, whatever
Iced,
it was.
whatever it was.
Iced, whatever it was. It was cold, which may not have felt too bad. It was kind of hot that weekend. But such a memorable moment. And I vividly remember him winning this tournament last year because we were covering Masters Worlds in Peoria, and we were playing Northwood at the time. And on one of the holes, we stopped as he was basically finishing out that tournament and just watched live on Disc Golf Network what was then his first Disc Golf Elite victory. So it's a moment that stands out in my mind quite vividly still to this day. So very excited and definitely rooting for Isaac Robinson to bring another one home here at Idlewild. You're on the Patreon page. Excellent. So we didn't want to drag on too long. Like we said, it's we've got a lot to catch up on, including a lot of giveaways. So let me go back here, and I just want to make sure that we have the last month correctly. And if you're not already a Patreon subscriber, check us out at patreon.com/AceRunPro. One of the awesome things we do is we do monthly and quarterly care package winners for Ace Runners, and that consists of discs and other things that we give out, minis, stickers, pins, all kinds of stuff that we do. And our last winner was for March. Yes, March. So we don't have the physical discs in the hotel room with us, but they are in the car. But we'll go ahead and select some winners here, and I'll take notes so that we can reach out to those winners and go ahead and get these items mailed out to them. We do have quite a bit of product now. If you are traveling to any of the events and are looking for a way to support Ace Run Pro while you're out there, message us, reach out to us. See if you see us on the course and you're looking to get any merchandise. We do have physical merchandise that we carry with us, everything from jerseys to discs to hats, all on hand. Really, we have our actual jerseys that we wear on the courses, a variation of it for our fans. Honest, there's not a ton left as we've sold quite a bit of those, but we still have some on hand in different sizes in both men's and women's. We have physical discs from Infinite Discs, from Discraft, and from Trilogy on hand as well. And the hats that you see us wearing on the course as well. And these Flight Factory shirts that say, "Let's run it." We don't physically have these on hand, but if you go to flightfactorydiscs.com, these super comfy shirts come in this color and a light blue as well. We have both of them, and I wear these a ton while we're out traveling and while we're out doing just B-roll and stuff on the course. They're super comfy. They fit great, and I've washed these multiple times. There hasn't been any stretching or shrinking or anything. The lettering and all that stuff is still holding up really well. So big thank you to Flight Factory Discs. They also support our runbacks throughout the season. So anytime you see a runback, on any of the elite coverage or the majors. That is sponsored and brought to you by Flight Factory Disc, or a partnership with them. So yeah, check out flightfactorydisc.com. We also have Innova molds with the same stamp on them as well. They have Wraiths, Destroyers, Polecats, Rocks, all Firebirds. I have a cool Halo Firebird in my bag from them with that stamp. Absolutely love it. So again, big shout out to them. If you are looking for a bag, Squatch Disc Golf bags, amazing. They sent us their Legend 2.0, which we used while we're traveling as well. And those things have taken a beating through mud, through rain, through just about everything that we've put throughout different courses, fallen, been kicked over, all kinds of stuff, and they're still going strong. But if you're looking to get a Squatch bag, if you go on their website and use the code ACERUN, that gives you $20 off of the purchase of a Squatch bag as well. All different ways that you can support us and help us keep us on the road. Every dollar helps. Believe us. Every dollar helps. So a huge thank you again to our Patreon community. With the Ace Run Challenge, with the Tree Strike Challenge that we did today, we actually did some CTPs that we were able to offer the professionals that were playing as a little bit of an added bonus on some of the holes to kind of get a little more aggressive on them. And that wouldn't be possible without our Ace Runners. So all of those CTPs were because of our Ace Runners at patreon.com/AceRunPro that we were able to offer those. It just gives a little bit of extra bonuses and excitement to the content. We know the pros appreciate it because there's a chance for them as well to get a little extra cash in their pocket, which helps them stay on the road as well. So all of it connects in one way or another. Even though we cover FPO, we very much do a lot of stuff with the MPO as well. And a lot of the stuff goes to help both divisions. So thank you again. I'll get off of my soapbox, but we'll start with some of the giveaways here. Again, if you are a $5 and above supporter at patreon.com/AceRunPro, one of our Ace Runners, you qualify for our monthly care package giveaway. And if you are a $10 and above, you qualify for the quarterly. So we do also have a quarterly one that we have to give away. Actually, I think it's two because we didn't do Marches. So January for March, and then the one for June. So it'll be two quarterlies and then whatever the other months are that we need to give away. But we'll start with the monthlies here.
Okay.
So let me get my notepad out so I can physically keep track of all the winners. And then, as I said, we'll be reaching out to everybody that has won. So these are going to be Patreon care package winners. This first one is going to be for the month of April. So monthly giveaway, again, anybody that has $5 and above as a Patreon supporter. How many people do we have for that one there?
I don't know yet.
We don't know yet. Boom. We're pulling it up on the spreadsheets. As you can see, we are very well prepared somewhat.
Yeah.
We have 31 patrons overall. So thank you for that. That is amazing. And we just had a new patron jump on. If I can pull it up here.
Let's see how I can do this one. I think I'm going to do it this way so I can get rid of.
Dang it, I can't bring it up.
Right, so go here and
Oh, technology. You're awful. Well, when we find it, we'll let you know.
I'm just sorting them here and then making sure that they're in
The correct order.
yes.
Bam.
No.
Joseph Thornburg, thank you, buddy. I just saw the super chat come through for $10. Appreciate that very, very much. Awesome.
Why are you having such a hard time filtering?
I don't
There
know.
you go. 23.
23 active Patreon members that are $5 and above. So you have a 1 in 23 chance of winning a disc or something of equal value or greater. We'll go ahead and go to random.org and select that first winner. And this is going to be April's winner.
I am going to okay, good. I can see it on your screen.
Excellent. All right. So this will be April's winner, 1 through 23.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and just select the first one that pops up.
4.
Number 4.
Number 4 is Sean Ellis.
Sean Ellis. Congratulations, Sean. Sean's been around for a while supporting the channel. Awesome to see Sean win. I think it's been a while since Sean got picked for something.
So are we going to also make sure, are we leaving these people in for the next drawings as well?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
It's been a while. Let's go ahead and select May's winner. So
I'm going to go with the second choice here.
well, let's do another one. If it's back to back, it's kind of crazy. Third choice, number 2.
Number 2. All right.
Number 2 is me.
Ken Riddleberger.
Ken actually just won the Eric Oakley alpaca as well.
Okay. All right.
So bam, Ken, double winner. Sweet.
Bam, bam.
Congratulations, Ken. All right, moving on to our June care package recipients.
Second number, 1, 2, 7.
Lucky number 7. That's got to be me.
It is
Hey, not
Alex Lopez.
Alex. Is it really Alex Lopez?
Yes.
Hey. Is Alex our new one? I think he's our newest member.
No.
No?
No.
Dang.
Um,
Who's our newest? We just had one sign up recently.
Hugh Smith.
What is it?
Hugh.
Hugh Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Hugh, thank you, Hugh. We haven't had a chance to shout you out yet on social media. But thank you so much for joining on board as one of our ace runners. We greatly appreciate the support. That's amazing.
Well, I'll say that he's the newest one at this level. There may be another $3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think
I can look and see real quick.
I think the latest one was a $5 supporter. So I think it was Hugh. But regardless, thank you either way.
Yes. All right. So
All right, moving on to our July winner.
going with the third number here, the third number. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And we have 15.
15. Oh, we got some individual winners. I like this. Different winners. Who's 15?
You won't believe who 15 is.
15 is
Hugh Smith.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Hey, bam. Awesome. Hugh Smith, writing that down. Joins and wins.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Now he's going to leave us. He's going to join. He's going to win. And he's going to leave us.
Oh, man.
Don't do it, Hugh.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't be that guy.
We've had those guys.
We have. All right. And we might as well pick our August winner. So these are all, I guess I should have mentioned this ahead of time. The monthly care packages are usually consist of one disc. So we'll go through our inventory. We'll pick out a disc. We'll let you know if we have multiple to choose from. Then we'll reach out and be like, hey, would you like this or that? Those are the monthly giveaways. We also have quarterly giveaways, which consist of at least 2 discs and usually something else as well in there. So those will be another giveaway. So the ones that we are picking now are the monthly care package recipients, and then we'll do the 2 quarterly as well. So we're going to have quite a bit of mail going out
Oh man, yeah.
at some point, probably after D-Glow, because like I said, it's been crazy. We'll have a little bit of a gap between D-Glow and Worlds. So we'll reach out as soon as we can to start getting addresses and all this stuff in place. But just keep in mind that probably these won't be going out for another probably 2.5 weeks or so before we can actually physically get them in the mail, unless we have some moments in between which you can actually get some out. But they will get to you, we promise. We haven't had one not reach our Patreon giveaway, our Patreon subscribers yet. So our August winner.
Oh, that's not the one we just did?
No, that was July. July was U. Smith.
Okay. $23.
Michael Jordan. Congratulations, Michael. 5 rings. Amazing.
The marathon runner himself, Keith Johnson.
Keith Johnson. Thank you. Keith has been an incredible supporter of ours.
Mm-hmm.
You're amazing. We still have a jersey for you, Keith. We haven't run into you, but I have one set aside for you. I remember when we talked the last time when I gave you something else that you had won, that I told you when we got the new jerseys in, that we had one set aside for you for all the incredible support that you've given us this year. So I will reach out and maybe I can just stick the jersey in with the disc and send that out your way once we get everything settled. But thank you, Keith. You're awesome. Let's do some quarterlies now. These will be, like I said, at least 2 discs coming your way. That's a quarterly package. They're a little bit bigger. These are for people that are $10 and above Patreon supporters. So if you're a member of the $5 club, you qualify for the monthly care package giveaway. If you're a member of the $10 Patreon, you qualify for the quarterly care packages as well. If you're a $10 supporter, you qualify for both. So if you've won one, it doesn't mean that you're disqualified for the other. So if one of our monthly winners here happens to be one of our quarterly supporters as well, then they still have a chance to possibly win 3 discs or more. So, and this is going to be for quarter 1, which ended in March. So Q1. And then we'll have a Q2 winner. And soon we'll have to do a Q3 because the year is flying by. And I don't like it, not one bit.
Oh, I'm glad that didn't happen. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something a little different here. I'm going to stop sharing that screen.
Yep.
I'm going to go to this screen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go through 2 through 10. I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to share this screen. So we can switch it up a little bit.
He's clicking all kinds of buttons over here. It's quite impressive. This is why he gets paid the big bucks.
I get paid? A different random number generator.
Oh, okay.
All right. So we have 2 through 10 is the numbers for the quarterly giveaway.
What?
What?
So we have 10 people that qualify?
Technically 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering, I'm like, what happens if number 1 does he not get anything?
Number 1 is the title information for each column. That's why.
Okay. So we have 9 patrons that are at the $10 and above level that qualify for the quarterly care packages. Awesome.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's draw ourselves a winner for Q1.
Q1.
January through March.
3.
Number 3.
Number 3 is
Sean Medina.
Andrew Flem. F-L-E-M.
F-L-E-M. Andrew Flem.
Yes. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew. We will reach out and get a hold of you and get some discs headed your way. Awesome.
Now, if Andrew wins another quarterly, we should go to the next winner.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So second 1, 2 is 6.
Number 6.
Who's 6? 6 is good old Charlie.
Charlie Boris?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Charlie Boris. Sweet. Dr. Boris is amazing. He does photography. He's also a doctor. So he's saving lives and taking pictures.
Doctor of photography?
The doctor of photography and thugonomics. He does it all. He is based down in Florida. Last year we went down and had a fun couple of days out there playing some rounds with Casey White. And Charlie was out there taking photographs and whatnot.
Yeah.
And he sent them to us. So thank you, Dr. Boris. And he's been a supporter of ours for quite a bit now. We greatly appreciate it, Charlie. You're amazing. Sweet. So we will get a hold of Dr. Boris and get that quarterly package sent out to him as well. And I think we're caught up. It's been nuts. I feel like we wouldn't get here ever.
I know, right?
The road life is real. But yeah, we we thank everybody for joining and for hopping on. And thank you again to Isaac Robinson for taking some time out. He was doing some fun stuff out there in the city, and we're like, hey, stop doing the fun stuff and come talk to us for a little bit. And he agreed, which is awesome. Great guy. Again, be on the lookout for his archive dropping August 17th on the Prodigy Discs website. Thank you, Joseph Thornburg, one of our supporters who we met at one of the collegiate events that we did last year in Claremont. Sometimes my brain still works. And again, check out flightfactorydisc.com. Get your hands on some Let's Run It gear, some shirts, some discs, all kinds of goodies available there. And again, if you see us out there or if you're looking to get your hands on some merch, AceRunPro.com as well still has some merchandise on there. It doesn't have all of the physical stuff that we have on hand because we haven't loaded it onto the website. Just because we are still primarily a two-man crew, and being able to manage the e-commerce side and shipping and all that stuff is very cumbersome when we have so many time constraints. So not everything is listed on the website, but there are some things on there that we do physically have on hand that we can ship out to you if you do order through AceRunPro.com. Some of the discs that are on there are still available as well. Like, there's Flight Factory. Yeah. Oh, they're actually, some of them are discounted. KC Pro Rock, that's the Firebird I have right there. It flies amazing. It is stable. If you're looking for a stable Halo Firebird, get you one of those. It helps support us. All kinds of cool interval molds, destroyers. I know he's got rocks.
There's a Metal Flake Thunderbird.
Mako 3. T-shirts. Some more rocks. Thunderbirds. I know he might have sold out of the Polecats. I'm not quite sure. Some Roadrunners. T-Birds. I should have got a T-Bird too.
And look at this Halo Star balls.
That is nice.
I might need to place an order.
Reach out and get some TL3. Oh man, remember that TL3?
Why didn't you get a Glow Rock 3?
You should have, but you didn't.
Okay, now
But yeah, check them out. And they have all kinds of great stuff too, not just our stuff, but they've been a big supporter of us this year. So we appreciate Ryan and the whole team over at Flight Factory. But yeah. And AceRunPro.com, like we said, we still have some physical merchandise on hand there as well, primarily discs, but there are some different types of variations of shirts and hats, mugs, all kinds of stuff on there as well. Still have a few of these Discraft molds available, some Thrashers, some Forces, Nukes, quite a bit of Buzzes, Zones, all kinds of goodies. Everybody needs a zone in their bag. If you're not throwing a zone, I don't know what you're doing. Unless you're sponsored by somebody that's not Discraft, then I get it. But if you're not, try a zone. Thank us later. All that good stuff. But yeah, again, thank you, everybody. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for tuning in and joining us for a little bit here as we get ready for Idlewild. We are excited. We've got, I haven't even mentioned what our card is. It just got announced today for round 1. I'll go ahead and pull it up. Disc Golf Pro Tour. We've got Chris Dickerson. That's the wrong one. Last week's winner, Missy Gannon, who was the runner-up last year at this event, will be on our card. We got Missy Gannon, Hannah Huynh, Sayananda, and Ella Hansen.
Oh, I want to watch that.
Yeah, I want to film it and then watch it.
I'd rather just watch it, but okay.
Yeah, well, in order for you to watch it, we have to film it, edit it, produce it, put it out, and then you can watch it. So there you go.
I'm going to watch it somewhere in the middle there, but okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to be a great first round. We are through the moon. We were excited to film this course and see it all play out. But thanks again, everybody, for all the support. Make sure you like and subscribe. Get ready for some action coming your way from Idlewild. We'll see you on the next Patreon episode. And as always, from us at A-Storm Productions, let's run it.
Found the button.
Found the button.